Good morning, it's Karen. Today's video is going to show you how to make some really nice butterfly embellishments using Stampin' Up! Product. I'm starting with some Very Vanilla, a strip of Very Vanilla cardstock. I'm going to be using Early Espresso ink. I will be using the stamp set called Papillon Potpourri or Papillion Potpourri, whichever the way you want to say it is fine. The cost of the stamp set, I want to say is, let me just look really quick, I'm sorry. It is only $15 for the clear amount like I'm going to be using today. And you can make so many, look at these designs, you can make so many different types of embellishments once I show you how easy it is and how fun it is. And all of a sudden, when you have these supplies, you'll be seeing lots of things that you can do too. We also use the Bitty Butterfly Punch, or I should say I'm using that, at $16. The item number is 129406. And the Elegant Butterfly Punch, and that item is 127526. And these are each $16. You can order any of these supplies at my website, www.karinbiefeld.stampinup.net. At the end of the video, you can look on my channel and find out that I spell my name with an I and how to spell my last name, Biefeld, because a lot of people spell that wrong too. But the correct spelling is there, so you'll be able to find me. Again, the address is www.karinbiefeld.stampinup.net. So I use these embellishments that I'm making today as a giveaway prize for one of my bingo games in an online party. I'd be really more than thrilled to do an online party. I do them in Facebook for you and your Facebook friends. And I found out that people really respond well to the online parties. I don't know if it's because you don't have to clean your house. You don't have to make food. You don't have to get out of your pajamas. Unless you wanted to do a pajama party, that would be fun. So I am stamping with the Early Espresso ink. I'm using my Clearmount stamp on my Clearmount block. And I'm not going too much into the stamping aspect of it. I'm just going pretty quick because I want this to upload quick on my video. And one of the things I would like to also tell you is if you end up getting a little overstrike or something like that, when you're using the punches, it doesn't matter because that's going to get left behind. So I'm taking my Bitty Butterfly and I'm lining that up like so. Punch. You can use scraps for this. That's another thing I really like. You can use your scraps, and in less time than it takes you to go to the craft store, you can make your own beautiful embellishments that are even better than the store-bought ones. I know there's a market out there for store-bought ones because I think a lot of people don't know how to make them themselves. So that's what I'm here to show you, is how to make beautiful embellishments, beautiful cards, beautiful pocket letters, whatever your paper craft might be, all by yourself. This one I missed a little, so I'm going to trim it, even though it probably wouldn't matter. So I just trimmed off that little piece, and I'm going to punch just a couple from a strip of cardstock that I had. And I am one of those people who really hates to waste. I don't need a lot because I did kind of pre-stamp a bunch of these. All right, so the next thing you need is your Stampin' Dimensionals. They come 3 sheets to a package, 100 on each sheet, including this little edge that I'm going to show you what we can use that for. You can see none of these are cut, so they don't count. You can cut them to any shape or size that you'd like. And if you can see this little body of the butterfly right there, I have autofocus, which drives me nuts. I'm hoping to save up for a better camera because I am having a blast doing these videos. And I folded that so that there's a little like ridge right there for me to put a strip of dimensional on. So I'm going to do that with that one. I'll do a second one. Again, I hope you can see I am folding right on this little middle part. But once you see the back side, you'll get what I was doing. See, there's the little ridge again. I'm going to trim my dimensional edge so that I have a strip that will fit on the back of that butterfly where I folded it. And that's what's going to give it that flying illusion. And when you put it on your projects, it's going to have just a really nice lifted look. Okay, so we have those on there. Then I'm going to take my two pieces of the early espresso butterflies that I had cut. I am going to use my little bitty butterfly pieces that I cut. I'm going to take my half pieces of dimensional. So when you cut these in half, you end up with 200 sheets or 200 dimensionals per sheet. So that would be 600 in a package. The package is $4 or $4.50. I don't recall, but this is the best value in dimensionals, or sometimes you call them pop dots, but we call them dimensionals. So anyhow, on the edges of my butterfly, in the top wing, or the top quarter of the wing, and in the bottom quarter, I take this and I even turn that into a quarter of a dimensional. You can see how far those are going to go. So I'll just take this one little strip off. This one I am not going to pull off the protection on the stickiness, because that's more there just for support to keep that wing up. So you can see how it's going to look on your paper as if it's flying. The next one, I will stick that down and pull off the layer on the sticking, on your dimensional, if you will. So I'm pulling off that little backing on all of the pieces. My nails are super short, so it's really hard for me to pull off those backings right now. You could use a tool. You could use a piercing tool or something with a sharp point. So you can see on this one, it's just a little bit flatter, but it still has a little bit of dimension there. And compared to this one, you can see the difference. Let me put it on paper, it might show better. You can see the difference between the flatter one and the one where I just had this underneath without pulling off the backing. And then on my little guys, I'm just putting a thin half of one on each of those. Pulling off my backing. Sometimes that comes off really easy, but more times than not, if it's not coming up, it's either your nail's too short, so you could just use your edge of your paper snips, or again, a piercing tool, which we sell both of those. And I just want to take a moment to say, I do Stampin' Up! because I believe in the product. Everything I get is superb, and they stand behind their product. If your punch breaks within a reasonable amount of time, they'll replace it as long as they have the exact same punch. So if you get paper and it's crumpled on the edge, they'll give you a new package of paper. So just, you know, if you order from me and you have a problem with anything, let me know. And you can shoot me over a picture if it's damaged. I can call for you. I could have you call. But I believe in the product, and I love doing my Stampin' Up! Videos and my parties. And again, if you want an online party, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment, just say, hey, I'm interested in what's going on. I have a girl doing one right now. She's at about $45 in benefits. And then just a quick note before I close, I did take one of my little guys and I did put it on that tag. It was pretty plain before I put it on the tag. And I have another little tag that I made, and sometimes I just kind of play around with it and see which will look best. On this one, I think this is going to be on top of a package, I've decided. So I'm just going to leave it be the flying butterfly. Took a little of my snail adhesive, which we sell that as well. I'm going to stick that right on there. This background color is crumb cake, so you can see how beautifully the early espresso and the crumb cake go together. There's another video that I made the tags, so you go check that out. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss a single video. And thank you for watching.